Hi everyone, this is Abhinav from PhoneBunch and today we are unboxing the LG G4. Thanks to LG for sending this in. It comes with excellent specifications. It's a new flagship from the company with a 5.5-inch Quad HD display, hexa-core Snapdragon 808, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, 16 megapixel rear camera with optical image stabilization, 8 megapixel front-facing camera. You have a 3000 mAh battery on the inside as well. So here we are folks, the new LG G4. You can see the diamond sort of pattern at the back. Now it's made almost entirely out of plastic. Now the LG G4 is one of those endangered smartphones which still come with a removable battery and a micro SD card slot. So you can see right here 3000 mAh battery, a micro USB to USB data syncing and charging cable, and you have a USB wall charger. Now it's a US plug because this was sent to us from LG US. With a software update, the new LG G4 2 supports Qualcomm Quick Charge. So folks, here's a brand new LG G4. On the right of the device, you just have a space to open the back cover. You can see it right there. Glossy plastic over here, on the sides at least. And the phone has a subtle curve to it as well, which makes it feel very good to hold. At the top, you have the infrared sensor, secondary noise cancellation mic. On the left, there's absolutely nothing. The curve is more pronounced. You can see it right here. 3.5 audio jack, primary microphone and micro USB data syncing and charging port at the bottom. Now the back has a very familiar layout. You have the camera up top, you have the volume rocker, and in between is sandwiched the power button, quite like the LG G3. You can see the flash right there. You have a color spectrum sensor to get a better white balance in photos. Again, like the G3, it comes with laser autofocus. Let me just remove this plastic sheet. So you have a 16 megapixel rear camera with optical image stabilization at the back, 8 megapixel front camera. The buttons are really tactile this time around, and you can see you have a texture on both the volume rockers, which makes them easily identifiable. The power button is smooth, it's a bit beveled as well. Very nice look and feel to the device. It's about 6.3 to 9.8 mm thick, weighs in at around 155 grams with the battery of 3000 mAh. The back cover is easily removable. You have NFC baked in as well. It is a bit textured, so isn't that slippery. You have a micro SIM card slot right there, a micro SD card slot, and you have the slot for the 3000 mAh battery. Quite rare these days, a removable battery and a micro SD card slot. And as I was saying, you can easily identify the power button among the volume rockers. Now we have started booting up the device. You have a 5.5-inch Quantum IPS display over here. We'll talk about that in a short while. So at the top, you have a 8 megapixel camera, notification LED, proximity and light sensors as well. And you have sort of a diamond tile pattern over here on the front panel. The bezels are thin, but they are not as thin as the LG G3. You have a 5.5-inch Quantum IPS display over here, which gives better contrast and colors. So folks, now we have booted up into LG UX 4.0, which is based on Android 5.1 Lollipop right out of the box. So LG has now toned down the interface quite a lot. Essential apps only are included. Now there could be one reason why LG opted for the Snapdragon 808 for its flagship smartphone instead of the Snapdragon 810, and that's heating. So we'll see how this phone fares in our gaming and every other test. You can see this categorization of all the different settings. You can get into a list view as well. But for now, let's get into About Phone. And from here, you can see that we are running Android 5.1 Lollipop right out of the box. So you have 32 gigs of internal storage, out of which 22 gigs is available to you right out of the box. So plenty of storage. You can expand that with the micro SD card up to 128 gigs. USB OTG is also supported over here. You can see it right there. I'll just play a 1080p sample for you. You can skip through tracks, increase, decrease volume or brightness. Playback is super smooth over here. Excellent color reproduction from this display. Now you have 3 gigs of RAM available on this device, out of which when idle you have about 1.6 gigs free. Coming to this display, you have 538 pixels per inch. It's a Quad HD panel. It's insanely sharp, very wide viewing angles, no color distortion or brightness shifting over here. The colors really pop on this display as well. You can just see some of these wallpapers. Very bright display over here, and it features the new Quantum IPS display technology, which increases the contrast levels with deeper blacks and brighter colors. Coming to the camera, you have a 16 megapixel rear unit, laser autofocus, optical image stabilization, color spectrum for better white balance, and uses an f1.8 lens. So it's the brightest lens on any smartphone today. You have a separate manual mode which gives the phone DSLR-like capabilities where you can configure white balance, ISO, play around with the shutter speed as well. You have an 8 megapixel front-facing camera as well and takes very decent shots. I'll take the camera out for a spin soon and check out various lighting scenarios and how it performs. You can use the rear mounted volume buttons to capture images as well. Now coming to software, LG has toned down its UI quite a lot. Just the essential functionality, no bloatware on this device. It's very smooth, performance is great with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 808. Now LG has made its sort of own replica of Google now. It's called Smart Notice, which shows you various things that are happening around you. It also updates somewhat like Google now. Now if we swipe from the top, you have your notification toggles right up top. You can control brightness and volume through the given slider. You can edit the top notification toggles as well. Very easy to use. Yes, it seems slightly cluttered, but really not that much. You can go ahead and add more home screens in the launcher. You can change wallpapers, add widgets, or even app shortcuts with just a single tap. Now if you swipe from the left on the launcher, you have the new Smart Bulletin. You have your calendar right there, music, smart settings based on your location, and several other things. You can also customize the on-screen buttons, just drag and drop new options, and you can see right here we have the dual window option, using which you can use two apps at the same time. They share the same screen space, you can see right there. Moreover, you can go ahead and increase or decrease the size of both the panes, and its interpretation is quite similar to Samsung's own multi-window feature. Now let's come to web browsing. So we have loaded our mobile website here. The text and images really look sharp on this display. Scrolling is very smooth over here. You can see that text and images render very quickly. No lag whatsoever. Pinch to zoom is super smooth over here as well. On this Quad HD panel, text really looks very sharp, no matter how much you zoom into it. Performance wise also, this phone just blazes through. Apps open up quickly. Lots of free RAM for multitasking. You can see everything just opens up in a flurry. Animations are very smooth over here as well. Well folks, that was our first hands-on look and unboxing of the new LG G4. It will be available in June in several markets. You can get the LG G4 with leather backs as well, but I really don't know how long they will last. Excellent build quality over here. Good ergonomics as well. It feels great to hold in the hand. Isn't that slippery really? At present we have no confirmation on the price, but it's really up there in terms of performance, display, and we are hearing rave reviews about its camera as well. We will be testing out everything about this smartphone, including its camera, performance, and gaming. So stay tuned to phonemunch.com for the latest in mobile technology. Thanks for watching. Any questions, just let us in the comment section, and as always, have a great day.